Today we have a massive update shaking up the entire world. And yes, India is right in the spotlight. Well, the tension between India and Pakistan has flared up again. Just recently, Pakistan launched missiles and drone attacks targeting India, but India's military stood really strong and shot them down. Pakistan's attack failed once again, showing that their weakness is right on the global stage. Earlier, India had launched powerful missile strikes inside Pakistan, killing 31 people. But those were not civilians. India was crystal clear. These were strikes against terrorist base and not the people of Pakistan. And let's not forget, Pakistan has long been a breeding ground for terrorists like Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed, and many others too that have carried brutal attacks on Indian soil. But as usual, Pakistan is acting innocent right now, pretending that they don't know anything about terrorism inside their own borders. And here is where the United States comes in. US Vice President J.D. Vance went on to one of the biggest media houses in the US and gave a blunt message. The US will not intervene in the India-Pakistan conflict. J.D. Vance said, "It's none of our business." That's right. America is stepping back. Vance added that the US will try to encourage both the sides to calm down, but America will not send troops. It will not interfere and cannot force India or Pakistan to stop fighting. He said that we can't make them lay down their arms, and the US will instead focus on diplomatic talks. You know what? This is a huge movement because it marks another chapter in US President Donald Trump's America First foreign policy. Under Trump, the US has already said that it may walk away from mediating the Russia-Ukraine war, and now India-Pakistan situation is just being treated the same way. Vance also said that the US hopes the situation doesn't spiral into a regional war or even worse, a nuclear conflict. Remember, both India and Pakistan are nuclear powers. India has about 170 nuclear warheads and Pakistan has about 165. And this is why the entire world is watching very closely. But Vance made it very clear. The US is not going to play world policeman. On the ground, things are tense. India's military has been on high alert ever since the Pahalgam attack, where terrorists stormed a convoy and killed several innocent Indian tourists. India hit back, targeting terrorist infrastructure across the border. And while Pakistan cries foul, it refuses to crack down on these terror groups hiding on its own soil. But yes, how can we forget? This isn't the very first time either. After 2019 Pulwama attack, India carried out the famous Balakot airstrikes, crossing the border to destroy terrorist camps inside Pakistan. And history keeps repeating because Pakistan keeps protecting these kind of terrorists. In the meantime, the US Secretary of State Marco Rubio has been very busy on calls, speaking to Indian and Pakistani leaders and asking them to stop the escalation. Even Iran and Saudi Arabia have rushed their foreign ministers to Delhi to help cool things up. But let's face it, India doesn't need babysitters. India has one of the world's largest standing armies, over 1.4 million active personnel, and a defense budget of about $73 billion. Ranking fourth globally, Pakistan, on the other hand, is struggling with collapsing economy, sky-high inflation of 29%, and a death crisis. Yet, it keeps spending billions on weapons and terror activities instead of feeding its own people. Well, to sum it up, Pakistan attack, India crushes their attempt. The US says that none of our business, India defends itself with strength, while Pakistan plays the victim card again. The world is watching, but India is showing it's ready, it's prepared, and it's not scared. Well, we should be really proud of India's strength and determination right now, and as for Pakistan, maybe it's time that they fix their own broken house before poking their neighbor.